Day 2. 100 miles away. Oh god. I think it said it was 199 kilometres round trip. Where we're going, there and back. Yeah. So, welcome to part 2 of the Normandy trip. We're just coming through Bayeux. This is where the Bayeux Tapestry was being kept, somewhere around here, the museum. Recently it's just come back to England and there's the battle, which is near where we live. So today we were doing a 199 round trip to St. Mary's. I've already butchered the name, please forgive me. So we were heading up there to go to the Airborne Museum and look at the church. Some brief clips of when we get there. So this is a parking just out front of the museum. A couple of shots from in the museum. Like I say, it's the Airborne Museum. So if you're into your planes and you're airborne, this is definitely worth a look. A little light show, love a light show. And it shows the church in the background that we're going to go and look at in a second. If you've seen Band of Brothers, and done a little bit of research, you know about paratroopers coming down and 2 of them actually getting caught on the church. So here's a church. There's a sort of memorial at the top there with the parachute. There's one there, and then I think there's someone was caught around the other side as well. So we had a little look in there. I didn't record. I did take a couple of pictures, which I'll put up now. We then we're heading off to Utah Beach. So that's where we're off to now. Just to the right here of the museum is a cemetery, which of course you can go walk around.
Okay,
So we're just pulling in here quickly because Tom wanted to take some pictures of this memorial. So back on our merry way, and in a minute you'll see I point out what's the best way to describe it? Almost like a marker. It's a, there we go. It's a sign of respect. It's for where soldiers have fallen, basically. So here we are, rolling into Utah Beach. Plenty of parking. It's all free of charge. We just parked at the side of the road, no problems. So here's a little drone shot. The beach is magnificent, but you can't help but think about how many people would have died here. And I find it weird that people then go and sunbathe on it. So you see this house to the left. There's, in a second you'll see it, there's essentially it's sort of like a bunker, and the Germans were hiding out in it, and they painted it to look like a house. So as you sort of come and have a look at this, could you imagine what it'd be like to be rocking up in this, totally open to, the enemy, nowhere to really go? It must have been terrifying. So here we go. This is all just painted on, the windows, the door. And it's to give the perception of it's a house. This little cafe, or this building is a cafe, I should say. We didn't get time to go in there because in France, Monday is like a Sunday as well. So things close early if they're even open at all. and we got here quite late in the day. So we had a little walk around the outside, and then we headed into the museum. So, of course, being a two-stroke fanatic, saw this, has to take a little bit. I think it makes 20 horsepower, little two-stroke.
Single cylinder, but two exit ports, two exhaust ports.
Yeah. Fishtail exhausts.
Oh, it's got a bike.
75 kilometers an hour. That could do most of the max speed of France. Saw this amphibious tank called Ethel, and I thought I need to share that with you guys. So there we go, there's Ethel. Of course, I love a plane, so I had to have a look around the plane. And then just around the corner from the plane, there's actually like a little cinema room, which had like a 15-minute film. Really good, well worth going and sit down and watching. So you've got like this little setup here, which sort of shows the trenches and how it would have looked back in the day. They're still uncovering little bits, which I find mad, like this mortar site. You can see the little markings around the outside, helps them know what's where and, you know, sort of coordinates. This was only found recently, was what I understand. So we left there and going through these lovely villages. This was not long after the anniversary of D-Day. So there's bunting everywhere, which is actually really nice to see. And lots of English flags, Canadian flags, American flags, French flags. It's really nice. So from here we were heading to Pointe du Hoc, which is a battery site. So I will see you when we get there. So as we get to Pointe du Hoc, you can just see how well it's maintained, and they're always doing loads of work. Anyway, so this is the battery site with some encasements, 100-foot sort of cliffs, which the US would have climbed up. Yeah, very short video or footage here, just showing it, and then we left, made our way back home. We then headed off to a little cafe, had a bite to eat, and then went to rest our heads. The next video will be the final part, and you're not going to want to miss it. So subscribe and keep an eye out for it.